Welcome back. Today we are going to continue with the CSS. And today we are going to talk about the class selectors. So last time we talked about the tag selectors, and let's go to code. This is not supposed to be like that. So we want to comment, and to comment on CSS we use forward slash asterisk, and also we end with forward slash. We end with asterisk and the forward slash, like that. So we can say this one was the tag selector, tag selectors, and then let's go to another selector of today, and we call it. There is another way you can comment in shortcut. Let's call this one the class selector. Class selectors. To comment easily, you just hold down the control key, and then you press the forward slash, and it get commanded automatically. So yeah, so today let's look at class selectors. Let's go back. When you look at these, we had the title of ours was set to red, and the background was also set to red. Now when we want to make this background another color, what we should do? So let's go to the HTML. And here we end an image. Let me hand another image here. So img at capital, img and a key. Let me copy this one over here, Ctrl C, and paste it over here. And I don't want to use this long icon. I want to use something else, and that is the favicon, this one. So let me drag it here. I open it and then bring it to the CSS images. Yeah, right here. You're gonna see the other images are here. So you release that. And yes, so this one is called favicon.icon. So you come here and come here and go back to the home, then you change this name to favicon.ico, then you control S to save the changes, and when you come here and refresh, we have not saved these changes. Control S, and go back, refresh. So if it is not refreshing, you can try hand refresh by holding down the shift key and reload the page. And it's still not. So where is the problem? Oh, not eCyber, sorry. This one is the problem. Not eCyber, sorry for this. So it should be work now. Yeah, and that you can see. So let's make it width of 70. And Control S, and then refresh again. You can see it's quite big. So you can see the background is now red. I want this background to be different. So I want this background to be white and this background to be in green. So how do we achieve that? That can be achieved by using the class selectors. So here we go to CSS, and we can now use the class now. And before we use the class, we need to name this class attribute right here. This class attribute, we can say class, and we give it class, we give it a name. Let's call it this one image1, and this one we give it a class image2. Image2. Only control save to save the changes, and after saving the changes, you now just come here, CSS, then you target that class. The difference between here now is how you target the class. The targeting the tag is no big deal because you are just using the attribute of the element, but here you have to use a class. All the difference is you start by dot, then you say the class that you want to change. For example, image1 is what we want to change, then the rest is the same. You want to give it a background color, image one background color of, let's say, green. So image one should display green instead of red. Remember, we said there is specificity in CSS, so the class is more specific than the image, because image is any image that is within the website, but the image is the image, which is image one, should be colored green, or should be having the background of green, nevertheless, or the number of images that are there. But any image that is not given a class should display red color. So let's see whether that is good. Right now, the image one is having the red background. So if we refresh, there is no change. Why is that? Let me comment this one first. Then Control S. And then come here and refresh. And refresh. Yeah. After you hand refresh by Shift, reload the page, it is coming green. And this one is coming white. Why white here? Because we have done this one away. So if we uncomment this one, sorry, if we uncomment this one, now it is meaning that the image should be having a background of color red, but image one should have the image background color of green. So let's Control S and see whether it is true. Yes, and it has come true. So all image except one should be having the background color of red. So here you can also say that all H1 should be having a red color, or should be written in a red color. So let's see whether there is any other heading here in our web page and see the color. Yes, this is H1 and you see the color is red. So it means every H1 in our web page should be given the color red. So to avoid that, you can also use specific. So for here, let me use specific color for the image 2. And we start with the dot for class, and then the class selector, and after class selector we say what that class should be. displayed on our web page. That is, background color should be white. White can be FFF, F. That can be FFFF, FFF. And then you Control S. And you refresh. And because refreshing direct is not working, you just Control and reload this page. Background color is white. It's taking us here. You can comment this one. By Control /, and now Control S. Now when you come here, we say Shift and reload. And yes, the first is green and the second background is white. So that is how we can do in CSS. And the other thing that I want us to discuss is this color one. I don't want my heading here to be displayed as red. I want it to be displayed as black. So I can come here and target H1 with a class. And this one is H1, this one. Let me give it a class. And the class should be black. Class, I say that I give that class black for the displaying black color. Let me say that is not making sense. Let me say the site owner, yes. So this site owner is a class and the class I want it to be tank selectors. Another thing I want you to know is that when you want to put class and without commenting, this one will display first, because and when it display first, it will display this red color because of the role of the CSS. So to make it display, you need to first of all comment out this one, or make it here before the general comment. Let's see. That is class, and we say dot, and then we need the color, and the color we need it to be black. Control S, refresh. And yes, it is not still working. So this method is not working well. So the best method is commenting first. And after commenting, you style your H1, the class and a class. And after you have styled that, you Control S, and then you refresh. So you can see it's black, and this is also black. So to affect the board to work, you just come here and then comment this one for all H1 to be red. Just uncomment it, Control save, and refresh. You can see now is I love to love for my love, which is red for love, and this one has come red again. So that means you cannot apply both. So if you want to apply both, you have to be specific. So you cannot apply tag and class. So if you want to be specific, you can only apply the class. So here we also comment this one. Sorry, we also comment this one, and then we give our second heading a class. And this is this one. This one we give it a class. Let's call it we can call it what? Let's call it H2 ending 2. Let me change this one to become ending 1 instead of site owner. And then when you Control S, remember when you go to CSS and this is site owner, it did not work, it's not going to work. So you also change this one to H1. In fact, you spell exactly the class how it is. The typo will lead to errors and the class will not display the correct way. So we can also take this, copy it, and paste it here, and then we call this one H2 and change this color from black to red, from black to red. Now this our ending one will be the black, that is for ending, and the H2 will be the red, which is for love. So let's Control S and refresh, and see that is the black, and this is the red. That is how it is. So that is how it is, and that is how we apply the CSS class selectors and also tags selectors. And the difference, only the major difference is that the tag selector actually refer to all what it to be displayed in a page or in the whole website, but the image, but the class selectors, they display specific class or specific tag element and how it should display individually. So that is the difference. Next time we shall discuss about the ID. So far we have discussed about the tags selectors, the class selectors. Next we shall discuss about the ID selectors. Goodbye and thank you. Meet you then.